Hey, what's up, fellow slaves? As you guys can see, it's another one of these videos where I just kind of freely talk about something without any information in front of me. Just kind of like right from the heart. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that I saw in the news earlier today. So, for those of you who don't live here in New York City, there's a thing in New York City that if you want to develop a large building, specifically in Manhattan, if you want to develop a large apartment building there, you can get some tax write-offs or you can get like some tax cuts, and you can do certain things with your building if you dedicate a certain number of apartments to affordable housing. So I found out two things in this news coverage today. I found out that housing is not affordable. It's about $4,000 a month for 3 bedrooms, which is on the higher end rent for here in New York City. Maybe not in Manhattan. Maybe for those buildings, it's actually affordable. I'm sure that the other apartments in those buildings are probably like $6,000 to $8,000 a month for 3 bedrooms. But the price is still ridiculous, by no means affordable. So what happens is, for these affordable apartments, for this affordable housing, for these affordable units, they have a lottery. And that lottery, basically there's like a 1 in 600 chance that you can win it. And it turns out that a certain number of these units, they have a hard time renting even with this lottery and even with them being affordable. And that's because they're so goddamn expensive. People who win that lottery find out that they're going to be paying $4,000 a month for 3 bedrooms. And they're like, I can't afford that. It's not fucking affordable. So these apartments are remaining empty. So what the city decided to do, because they're having trouble and they can't rent out these units because they're too goddamn expensive, the city decided to take 200 of those apartments that they have a lottery for, the 200 apartments that they have the hardest time renting, and they decided, you know what, we'll pay for their rent and we'll have homeless people move in there. And the only gimmick will be is that those homeless people will not get other social services, I guess like mental health services or whatever. But the point is that the city now is giving these landlords money that they really don't deserve. If they weren't to give them this rent, they would have to lower the cost to rent those apartments. So this is just basically another way that the government fucks things up and screws with the laws of supply and demand. They're now creating an artificial demand for these apartments, which now allows the landlords to keep the rents very high. Now there's another thing like this too, and it's called Section 8 housing. And Section 8 housing, pretty much the city covers a part of the rent for people who were victims of domestic abuse or for people who have certain issues going on in their life. But what this allows is it allows the landlords to jack up the rent, and now they don't have to worry because they have the city covering the other rent that people cannot afford. Now, you have the same issue with education. The city decided recently, New York is giving free college up to 4 years, for your 4-year degree. The only thing that, the only catch is that you have to go full time. But what this has done is it has driven up the cost of college, because what happens is other people who aren't working and who can, who have the time to go to college full time, they can all now go to college, but this puts a strain on the education system. Now they need more professors, they need more administrators, and now this causes the price of college to go up. And that is exactly why people then need more student loans. These are just some examples of how the government makes things worse. Nothing the government does actually helps. So that's why you should be terrified when you hear the words, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help you."